Hi. So my name is Jeremy Lemon. I'm a solutions consultant from VMware, and actually I work from home. What I want to do today, and it's something that I do every now and then, is sort of give a little bit of a view of what the consumer experience is for some of the technologies that that we deliver. So today, they actually just allowed us to do a work from home program for VeloCloud. So what this is actually it's a work from home device. So the intention is, that we can set it up, use it for internal devices. And the way that this works is actually pretty interesting. So what we do is, if you have an unstable internet connection or if you have specific needs, you can do that. So my internet connection, especially at home via COVID, kids are everywhere. I really want to try to improve the quality of work signal, of work quality that I get. So we're going to go through the setup and get into it a little bit. So boxes, my kids give me a hard time about doing unboxing videos, which does feel a little weird for an adult to be doing this, but it is what it is. Good instructions that come with it. So you can see in the case of this device, this is the SD-WAN Edge 510. So I've got a couple of internet connections in the back, and all of the things that I'm going to need, including an Ethernet cable, or actually a couple of Ethernet cables, which are good because I wasn't sure if I had one plugged into the wall over here. So what I want to do is I'm going to pause the video, hook this thing up, and then we'll get back after it as soon as I get everything plugged in. Okay, so I've got everything plugged in over here in my power strip and things like that. Still have the box, haven't done anything with it yet. Pretty straightforward. So basically, there's actually two WAN connections. So for whatever reason, you actually have two WAN connections at your home. That's available to you. I only have one here. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that guy in, and then I'm going to plug in the power. The thing that I really like. So I'll be honest, the patch cables that came were not very good. I think they were only 3-foot cables, which isn't super useful for where I'm plugging it in. But the power cord, this thing must be 10-15 feet. So it's actually really kind of useful just because I've got a power strip that's kind of a ways away from where I'm trying to do this. But anyway, got it unwrapped, plugged the guy in. Actually even has a nice nice screw-in connector for the power, which is nice. It's a nice touch. Go ahead and take the plastic off of it. Interesting, nice, cool color. The aqua color. I don't know if it shows up too well on the camera, but yeah, there you go. You can see the little bit of the aqua color. So that's kind of a nice touch. I'll set this aside over here. We'll let that go. Take the plastic off. Actually, also in the box, which is interesting, it has a couple of rails. So if I wanted to mount this somewhere, I could do that as well. I'm not going to do that for now. I'll probably move this to my rack, or my mini rack later on. But I want to try to get this going. So what I'll do now is switch a little bit so we can look at what the instructions look like that came. So you can see here, actually this was prior to shipment. I got an email that had the full details for it. So, the setup guide, I'm going to trust that the setup guide is pretty close to what they stuck in the box. We'll give it a shot. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Even though the instruction says follow the email instructions, but we'll see how it goes. So here, you can see what we've got. So once I've got a Wi-Fi network, that looks like VeloCloud. So let's go ahead and see if it's this. I've gone from aqua to green on the device. So there we go, VeloCloud with some number. The password is already in here. So don't give away my password, which is hidden in here. And you can see we're reconnecting up in the corner. All right, we are connected. And then from here, I'm actually going to go ahead and just click to activate the Edge device. Let me get it. There we go. Okay, so you can see here exactly what we're seeing. We've got Yeah, warning, do not power off this device. Got it. So you can see what's going on, right? So the configuration already done. It was set up with a profile before it was shipped to me. So I assumed that I was placed in a generic, work from home employee user profile. So nothing required for me. The activation key was already done. The orchestrator, so this is actually where it's connecting to out in the cloud to do the configuration, is already there. And you can see what we're doing. We're downloading the update. Hopefully, we'll only take a minute or two. Yeah, we've gone from 80 to 95. It's on the update. I'm expecting it to do a reboot, so we'll see. We will see how that goes. So while this is coming up, it's actually pretty interesting. I'm pretty excited about this because one of the things that I expect to see, and this is a problem that I've actually been having, is overall service quality, particularly during times of day when it's it's sort of rush hour inside the house. So kids get home from school, they're burning off some steam. They're typically with my kids, I'll have one or two on YouTube or TikTok. One probably watching YouTube, playing video games, and maybe somebody watching Netflix. So in addition to me trying to do a Zoom call or two, and especially if for whatever reason my kids happen to be in virtual school, that's sort of the apex of really bad internet access in the Lemon household, where I've got multiple kids on Zooms or watching recorded videos, and me trying to work and do things here. So I'm pretty excited about this because what my intention is to game the system a little bit, where my access gets a higher quality than what we see on the kid side. But we'll see how that goes. All right, so activation successful. It's telling me that it's going to reboot, which is again expected. And what I can see on the device is, I think I've got enough cable here. You can actually see. I mean, basically, it went to red, showing that it was rebooting. It's back to the, aqua, and then I'm guessing that it's going to come back to green here in a second when it's, when it's available. What I expect to see as well. So you notice whenever I did the initial connection, I connected into a random number, right? Velo, XYZ, sort of Wi-Fi access point, similar to if you've got a Netgear, you're going to see the Netgear network presented. Yeah, there we go. And see, we can actually see that it's back. And then what I expect to see actually, and the device is still red, so it's still configuring and doing its boot up. I don't know if that shows up terribly well inside my camera here. There we go. Yeah, you can see in the corner here that you should see a red indicator. But what I expect to see will be to see a VMware network show up as available, because it said that, yeah, there we go, VMware Home. So this is the actual, this is the VMware profile that it sends, that we use for employees. So go ahead and connect to that guy, enter the password, type it correctly. That's long Wi-Fi password on that one. Let's see. Device is showing green indicator, and I am connected. So at this point, I am good to go. So I've got, you can see my Edge is activated. This hasn't changed, of course, but everything looks like it's good. So what I'll do is I'll stop the recording. And I'll probably come back and see, if there's other configuration things that I can do from here. But what this has done is, corporate-wise, I now basically have a corporate network. I have a VMware network extended into my home, which for me, don't really care. I mean, I was always connected anyway. But what I'm expecting to see is performance-wise and experience-wise, to actually see my experience improve through some of the multipathing options and some of the gray out and blackout prevention capabilities here. So I will probably do a follow-up and let you know how it goes. Thanks.